Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something really special. We are going to deconstruct the absolutely brilliant, super twisty, and often hilarious plot of Richard Osman's brand new thriller, We Solve Murders.
Okay, so how's this for a setup? The whole story kicks off with a crime that is, well, it's so out there you almost have to laugh. You've got this fitness influencer, right? Andrew Fairbanks. He's found dead off the coast of South Carolina. But the way he died? Yeah. Let's just say complicated is putting it mildly.
I mean, look at this. This isn't just a murder. No way. This is a statement. It's loud, it's over the top, and it's definitely designed to send a message. And you know what? A case this wild, it's going to take a very, very unlikely team to even begin to crack it. All right, so who are the people tasked with making sense of this international mess? Let's meet our heroes. We've got a father-in-law and a daughter-in-law, connected by family, but separated by, well, pretty much everything else. Okay, so on one side, you've got Steve Wheeler. He's a retired cop living his best quiet life in an English village. His biggest problems? Tourists leaving snack wrappers around, and, I kid you not, the suspicious activities of local ponies. Then on the complete other side of the spectrum, you have his daughter-in-law, Amy. She's an elite bodyguard, the kind of person who jumps out of planes, dodges rebel forces in Burkina Faso, and then just casually says the whole thing was very good for the skin. The contrast is just amazing. So yeah, they live in totally different universes, right? But their bond, that's really the heart of this whole story. Steve's a widower, and Amy, even though she's married to his son, ends up talking to Steve more than anyone. And it's this really deep, loyal, kind of unconventional family tie that yanks them both right into the middle of this deadly, global mystery. So, as they start digging, it becomes clear pretty fast that our shark victim, well, he wasn't the first, not by a long shot. He's just the latest piece in a much, much bigger and darker puzzle. Turns out, before Andrew Fairbanks, there was a Bella Sanchez and a Mark Gooch. And you know what? The media barely even blinked. See, they were all considered small fry influencers. You know the type. Just enough followers to be useful for a, let's call it a job, but not nearly famous enough for anyone to really kick up a fuss when they suddenly vanished.
And here's the real kicker. The whole operation, it's got nothing to do with likes or getting brand deals. The influencers aren't the product, they're just the packaging. Think of it like this. They get recruited by a sketchy front company called Vivid Viral, promise the world, but in reality, they're just being used as disposable couriers to move dirty money.
And the plan itself is just chilling in its simplicity. It's a cold, four-step process. Step 1, recruit an influencer who's hungry for a big break. Step 2, pack their bags with millions in cash. Step 3, they travel, looking for all the world like they're on a glamorous work trip. And Step 4, once the money's delivered, you get rid of them. Poof. No witnesses, no trail, nothing.
So the big question is, who's the mastermind? Who could be behind a scheme that's this ruthless, but also this brilliant? As Steve and Amy dig deeper, they start to realize they're not just hunting a person, they're hunting a ghost in the machine.
The mastermind goes by the name Francois Loubet, but here's the thing. His entire personality is fake. It's a complete construct. He's literally using ChatGPT to write these polite, almost cheerful emails. It's a digital mask to hide the absolutely ice-cold reality of his business. I mean, this is the face of modern crime, right? It's anonymous, it's remote, and it is terrifyingly polite.
But, you know, every so often, that mask slips. And in this message to one of his accomplices, we get a peek behind the curtain at the real Loubet. And his true voice, it's not friendly. It's not in English. It's just cold, direct, and has zero remorse. Absolutely none.
And this is the moment everything changes. The stakes just shoot through the roof because now it's personal. Loubet figures out that Amy is getting way too close. She knows too much. And in his line of work, anyone who knows too much becomes the next loose end. A loose end that needs to be tied up permanently. So boom, just like that, there's a target on Amy's back. Now she and Steve are in a desperate race against time. They have to unravel this entire conspiracy before Loubet's network of assassins gets to her first.
And when they start pulling at the threads, the whole thing unravels into this just shocking web of deceit. Get this. The inside man feeding Loubet information, a Hollywood action star. The person running the front company, his old theatrical agent who has no idea what's really going on. And the mastermind himself, this polite digital phantom, Francois Loubet,
He turns out to be a quiet, retired gangster named Mickey Moody, just chilling by a golf course in Dubai. You can't make this stuff up.
So how in the world did they finally crack this thing? You'd think it would be some high-tech surveillance, right? Or a big dramatic shootout. Nope. The key that unlocked this entire multi-million-dollar international conspiracy came from a simple conversation in Steve's quiet local pub of all places.
It all boiled down to one tiny, completely overlooked detail. One single, brilliant question from a retired cop whose real superpowers are just his years of experience and his quiet, relentless curiosity. It's a classic showdown, old-school intuition versus a new-school criminal empire.
And that one question, it changes everything. Because it reminds us that in a world full of private jets, elite bodyguards, and AI-powered masterminds, the clue that blows the whole thing wide open wasn't something spectacular. It was something totally mundane. It just goes to show you sometimes the biggest secrets aren't hiding in encrypted files or offshore bank accounts. They're hiding in the most ordinary, everyday places you can imagine.